You are now watching Unks in the Building. UNCS Unks in the Building. The resident Uncle Byron is here in the building with the fantastic Auntie Stacy.
Hello.
Today, we will once again be reading Reddit stories. For your viewing and listening pleasure, please put us on as background music as you iron your clothes in the morning.
And
do
work,
your dishes at night.
Trying not to really work.
Working when you're not working.
Yeah.
Driving in your car on that long road trip from your baby's mother's house. No, you're all married. I know. Oh no,
Yeah,
you're
right.
all single. You're all no. You live. I don't know. Maybe all different walks of life. Wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you. Thank you. Let's start the show.
First, we have to tell them to like, comment,
subscribe,
share. Okay. How are you doing?
Life is good.
Life is good.
Life is good.
High five. Are you a high five person? Are you a high five person?
Definitely not a fist bump, terrorist fist bump person. Psh, these explosions for you.
I like high fiving, but sometimes it's kind of corny.
No, I mean,
So I like to ask people if they're high five.
6
Are you a
feet.
high five person?
Ever since that, we
The
went
right
through
barrier.
the
But that's why
barrier,
people do the elbow.
elbow bump. Like, bro, y'all
That's
get out of here
weird.
with all that.
And that doesn't prevent anything, because I mean, yes, it does, but you're touching doorways and handles of doorknobs.
You know what? You're not gonna
picking
get
up a
into this
pen.
conversation.
They say
They say them people.
that you touch like 20 penises a day
Oh my God,
just from going outside,
these people don't
because
wash
people
their
don't wash their
hands.
hands after. So just
I need you to pause. All right. But yeah, wash your hands.
wash your hands, because Jesus and germs are everywhere. And say your prayers. Wash your hands and say your prayers, because Jesus and germs are everywhere.
I've never heard that saying before,
Yeah,
but
you
okay.
heard it now.
There it is. I would just give this real advice. I mean, that's kind of real, but
That's real.
keep your hands off of your face as much as you possibly can, out of your eyes, because that's where you get sick at. Why are we talking about this? I don't know.
It just came up organically. Yeah. But anyways,
Anyway,
I'm doing well. Thank you for not asking.
we ain't there yet. We ain't there.
Okay,
We not
let
at
me
that
wait
part.
for you to see.
All right, hold on. So how are you?
You know what? I'm doing all right.
I'm glad you're good.
I'm actually doing pretty good.
I'm glad
we had
you're
a
doing pretty
weekend,
good.
didn't we?
Very good weekend.
Yeah.
Hung out with some friends.
You had a good weekend. Life is good. And we're in that nice part of weather where it's not super hot, not cold yet. So you can sit outside on a patio, not feel like you're going to die of heat, and not freeze. It's just perfection.
And at
right
that
now.
nice age where you got enough money to go out.
Yes, and not be like, oh, how much is that?
You had the chicken tenders. I had the water.
Chicken tendies.
Oh,
But yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
When you finally get old enough to have a little money to go somewhere and not look at the price within reason,
I don't think
of
it
course.
has to do with age.
Well, yeah, I mean,
It does-
because
it
sometimes
should.
when you young and broke,
Yeah.
that's junk.
I never looked at price of when it went to eat.
You were just irresponsible, huh?
No, I wasn't. I'm gonna go to this place. I'm not gonna if I can't afford to go to the place, I didn't go.
You want to tell that story about how that time you went and you couldn't afford it?
When did that happen?
You and your friend went with $5 to the
Oh,
club.
that did happen.
Yeah. things that
So we were
didn't
in-
happen in my life.
We were in. Wait. Let me
I
clear
always
this up.
counted the cost.
Wait a minute. Wait. We went to the club, my friend and I. Shout out. We were in college, not high school, and we were broke students, and it was $10 to get there, for the thing. Ladies were free before, whatever. Those were the days. So I think we had enough for a drink each. and no money to come home. And I said, it'll be fine.
The Lord will provide.
Literally, the Lord will provide. And she was like, all right, I don't know what would we. This is, don't ever do this, okay? If my daughter happens to listen to this,
this is what I
don't do this. This was wildly
not smart,
irresponsible. But guess what happened? We're at the club. We're about to leave, and we're starting to be like, how much is we getting home from this club? And I look down right about my foot, $10. Because
Boom.
You know what? Jesus loves me.
Boom.
It was exactly $10 to get home. Took a cab, got home safely.
Insanity.
Went to the cafe because I had my card, my money on, your money on your card for the cafeteria, and ate some food and went home. So God loves me. Thank you, Jesus, for keeping me safe with irresponsible moments. Don't do it, guys. All right, ready for your stories?
Like I said, we're at that age now. We don't have to do that. I never did that. I would just not go. And there's been several times I went and I'm like, I know all of y'all is going. We're going to have a nice cup of water and we're going to eat this free bread and these free chips.
I've never done this at a restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
I've never done that. If I can't afford to eat at a restaurant, I'm not going.
If they all out, yeah, we're going out for a drink. Yeah, then we're going to. They used to love the little Mexican restaurant, Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, I'm in there. Let's go. I ain't spending a dime. Had a great time. I had
the water and the chips.
I had the water and the free chips. And
I never did that.
Man, come on. Gas enough to get out there and come on back. I was straight on that side. I wasn't going to be stranded. However, I already knew what time it was when it came time to eat. We not ordering these beans on this burrito at this Mexican place tonight.
Well, that's a hard one.
Maybe eat tacos like that.
Yeah, right. All right, baby.
College
you ready?
Students.
You guys ready? Zoning in. All right. I don't really understand what this subreddit is, but it's a good story.
Okay.
It's called Cat Spilled Iced Tea.
This is not.
I don't know what that is.
Am I the a-hole?
It's a cross post, but it's like a off my chest type thing.
Cat spilled iced tea.
He needs advice. I think that's his username. Honestly, I don't know.
We're going to call this segment, Honestly, I Don't Know.
So just listen to the story.
All right, I'm listening.
He needs advice. That's what it is. It's a 39 male, falsely accused by my wife's father, who's a 67 male. How do we move forward?
Falsely accused of what?
This is what the rest of the story is for.
How do we move forward?
My in-laws in their 60s have a lake house. It has a ton of space. It's a frequent vacation spot, and every holiday is done there.
Must be nice.
They've owned it since before I met my wife, who's a 37 female. Now you're making me feel like I need to sit up. Adjust my shirt.
Up to you.
Okay. You know the reference?
Yes, I do know the reference.
Okay,
I've seen Friday before.
All right.
You want to go with a different African-American movie?
4 years ago, we were all staying there when my wife's cousin, 37 female, got a very foul email. I won't go into what it said, but suffice to say, it made her cry.
That's tough.
My father-in-law works in IT. He examined the headers and determined that the email originated from an Android phone and that it was off the lake house Wi-Fi. My in-laws are Apple users. I am an Android user.
Here we go.
My father-in-law accused me in front of everyone of sending the message. I denied it, let him search my phone, and I told him I would never do that. He found nothing but made a big show of telling me I had attacked his family and that I was banned from his home. He subsequently made a big post on Facebook about how he will always protect his family and how I had violated his home. My wife now goes there with our kids alone.
Oh, Lord.
I have not been there, and I have not spoken with my in-laws in 4 years.
Insane.
We do holidays on separate days together, a separate day together. And then on the holiday, I go with my family and she takes the kids to the lake house. Yes, it sucks. When asked why I wasn't there, my father-in-law told my kids that I do bad things.
Oh, Lord. Now you're crossing the line.
Over the 4th of July week, her cousin got another email from the same address. Once again, Android. And once again on the lake house Wi-Fi.
But he not there.
This time I was 200 miles away. Well, when they checked, the other cousin, first cousin's sister, and her kids had Androids. The kids were bored and sending prank emails, not realizing they could be traced. My wife called me up, relayed the story, and asked me if I could come down for the rest of the week with the family.
No.
I told her that I would love to, and to let me know what day everyone would be there for father-in-law to make a public apology to me.
And he don't want to do it now.
She got very quiet and said, they just want to move forward.
Oh, no.
I replied, I do too. And I will be happy to do so after your father publicly admits to the family that he was wrong, apologizes to me, apologizes to our children, and posts a public apology on Facebook.
Well.
My wife started crying and said he's not going to do that. I told her that I'm not going to come back to the lake house, that her father made it clear he doesn't consider me family, and until he makes it right, I am done with her entire family.
Oh, Lord.
He essentially wants to pretend like it never happened and make it look like he forgave me and welcomed me back.
No.
I am not on board with this. When they arrived, I informed her that in the words of her father, I had to protect my family and our children would not be going back to the lake house either. My wife is devastated, begging me to forgive and move on. She says that her parents already feel awful. They never said...
I need the parents to get that same energy. Keep going, I'm sorry.
That they never said that I wasn't family, and now I want to publicly shame and embarrass them.
Like they did him.
She said it's not fair that I'm asking her to choose between me and her parents. I countered that her parents set up the choice 4 years ago and she had already chosen.
Oh, Lord.
The next lake house trip is Labor Day weekend. I've already told her that I will be bringing the kids to my brother's that weekend for a barbecue and pool party. My wife has agreed to come with us, but she keeps bringing up the lake house and begging me to reconsider. It keeps ending up with my blood pressure spiking and her crying.
Oh.
So I've asked her to stop bringing it up. My wife and I do love each other very much. This is maybe like 5% of our relationship, but it's something that has been weighing on me, and I know it's driving a wedge between us. I've also always felt that my wife chooses her parents over me. She says she's sorry I feel that way, but it's not true. I told her that in 4 years, she didn't stand up for me because she didn't believe I didn't do it. She vehemently denies this, saying that she's been trying to get her parents to let me come back since then. I don't want to unnecessarily shame her father, but making it right the damage he did is non-negotiable. At the same time, my wife is crying every day. She's not eating, she's losing weight, and I know that this is taking a tremendous toll on her. I don't want to be the reason she has this much stress and anxiety. How do I address this with my wife without causing a confrontation? How do I ensure that my kids understand the situation without feeling caught in the middle?
All right. 2 things. 1, protect your spouse.
That's right. We've said that before.
That's on my t-shirt, imaginarily.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about?
Not yet. Protect your spouse.
Right.
And this needs to go both ways, because she shouldn't have gone without him with the kids to begin with, and definitely not for 4 years. Other side of this is now he needs to do the other part, which is you need to care more about your relationship than being right.
Right.
I hate to say that, considering you are right, sir. There was a gentleman, I don't know who said it. That's why I can't point to who said it, but I'm pretty sure it was a comedian who said the apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect. That's I want to give credit to Ali Sadiq. It might have been something he said.
I think it's him. I think you're right.
Because he says some stuff sometime in an interview.
He said some profound things sometimes.
Yeah, not in his not in the stand-up. I think it was in an interview I heard him say. He said something to the effect of, like, your apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect is. And as a man, you get up. Hey, first of all, your dad should have been on the phone. immediately. Hey, listen, I'm sorry. I dropped the ball. I was trying to protect my family, but no excuses. I jumped a little bit. I jumped the gun, and I should not have done that. I need to trust you more as the husband of my daughter and to understand your character a little bit better than I do. This is my fault 100%. I want to apologize to you. I want to apologize to your kids, and I want to apologize to everybody who I slandered your name to when we're here. Facebook post.
Yes, it needs to be done. Byron, he did the post. He did this big long post.
Oh, he did the post of disrespect.
Yes, he did a big Facebook
there it is, then.
He said he made his big Facebook talking about how he has to. Hold on.
I missed that part, that there was an actual post about him disrespecting him in an actual post. Anyway,
a big post on Facebook about how he will always protect his family and how I violated his home.
Okay, so we're not. Again, that's where it says the apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect. And that, for me, I wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable going over there after that if he doesn't apologize as loud. However, there's a certain point in time where I'm like, bro, you killing your wife. She's dying on the inside. She's crying. She's not eating. It's stress. There's a saying, and I don't like it. I don't like the saying. But sometimes you have to accept an apology you're never going to get. And I don't like the saying, but for the sake of this, because it is causing your wife stress and health issues, you might have to just be like, listen, we're going to have to start splitting time. And not be over there every holiday. It won't be like how it was. I'm going to be cordial to this gentleman. I'm going to not ruffle any additional feathers. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be nice. But when it's time to go, it's time to go. And do not expect me every holiday. I think there has to be listen, you need to say something to me and to my kids at least.
Yeah.
It's not okay to not apologize and sweep this under the rug. You need to say something. I would probably let the other part go about, do the Facebook post and all this other stuff. Because it's kind of like at that point in time, like you were petty. But now we're talking about not making my wife have ulcers. Stressing her out, crying. Like this damaging your relationship. And there's a certain point, if you damage it so much, it's going to be hard to recover from. And that's the part where it's kind of like you still in love, and yes, 5%, but that stuff be playing in the back of people's minds. And it's, I don't know your wife. Some women, I'm not even saying you, some women make up stories.
Right.
And it's going to be bigger than what it actually is inside of her head.
Well, period. People make up stories.
Yeah.
We are human beings are meaning-making machines.
Yeah.
We make things mean things.
Yeah. So
whether or not there's true or not, we make it mean things.
It's emotions behind this. This is bigger than just, he accused me wrong. Okay, well, he messed up. Okay, now they're squashing. Let's move on. Like this is a whole 4 years is a long time.
Well, the man banned him from the house.
He did. And the thing is, that husband is 100% right. You already chose and you picked a side. And making him not show up and still going out of kids, she was out of pocket for that. There should have, at a minimum, been, hey, we split in time. I still want to see them sometime. I can't tell you not to see your parents. I can't keep my children away from their grandparents. I understand that. But for them to just be like, we still going every single time and we're going without you. And I believe just because of how she's campaigning, there's probably, if she loves him as much as he says, she probably campaigned just as hard the other way, like, Dad, you need to squash this. But her dad might be who he is, which it sound like he a little bit like he a difficult human being that needs to, I hate this phrase, man up. Because it takes a man to apologize.
Exactly.
It takes a real man to be like, listen, how you talking about women don't want to take accountability? Real men take accountability. You are not taking accountability for your actions. You're not saying, hey, look, I messed up. I was out of pocket and I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. That shouldn't even been a thought. Because when you mess up, take responsibility for your mess up, and then everybody can move over. You can sweep this under the rug quickly.
We don't need to sweep it under the rug.
I'm just saying, like,
it's
it could be
a major thing that
I'm just saying, I'm saying, had a major thing happen, oh shoot, I messed up. Hey, let me call your husband right now. It should have been squashed immediately. The fact that this is still going on and his daughter is now campaigning like, oh, he's not going to pop. No, sir.
Correct. So
he could have squashed this. He's out of pocket.
Things that are off.
The child.
Says, we love each other. This is not like 5% our relationship. It isn't. That's a lie. It feels you trying to make it smaller, but you thinking that she's always chosen her family over you.
It's come up before.
Prior to this situation. Mm-hmm. First of all, y'all went to every single holiday.
Everyone.
To this lake house, and your family is probably so happy that this thing happened that they get to see you sometimes on holidays. Because they're like, great, at least we get to see you. At least we get to see you. We don't get to see the kids maybe, but at least we get to see our son, brother, whatever back, because it doesn't make sense. It's unfair that yes, you have these big holidays and everybody goes there and this beautiful thing, but you have to share time in between.
It sounds like he's been compromising a long time, and this might have been a saving grace. Like, thank you for this, because now I get to see my people sometime.
But it sucks because
it sucks. But
you didn't do any. The thing is, the father did his investigation and 100% went in on this thing knowing I know it's you 100%.
He was waiting.
And I'm like, she didn't say anything. Because him saying you believe that I did it too.
Right.
And she's like, no, I didn't. I've been trying to get him for you to come back to the house. That's not the same thing. She didn't say, no, I didn't. I never believed you did it. She's saying, no, I didn't. I've been trying to get you back at that lake house this whole time. Ma'am, if you think your husband is capable of writing something that foul,
it would have been a problem in the relationship.
Let's figure out what's happening. Exactly.
And that's
right?
that's
and
a
we
huge
never
part.
talked about it. We never addressed it. And then you didn't pick up for him at all. You didn't say, Dad, that's so not him. I don't care what your thing says. There's got to be some other explanation. It can't be him, blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, you did choose, ma'am.
Yeah, 100%.
You chose. And the thing is, I could not be like, all right, babe, see ya every holiday.
That's the first thing, because a real one would have been like, listen, if my husband can't come,
I'm not coming.
I'm not coming, period.
You need to, so that's where you force the dad's hand.
Yeah.
And say, y'all need to squash this. Let's all get together and talk about this, and let's figure this thing out. But we're not having every holiday for 4 years without my husband.
Insane.
Are y'all crazy?
Insane.
No way.
And the thing is, it would have been one thing if it would have been like, okay, well, this Christmas or this
Dad's birthday,
something
Father's
like
Day,
one time, and then the next time, it's kind of like, oh, he acted funny, he ain't hardly want to speak or whatever like that. Give me some of that energy instead of this. Like, you don't come back to my house.
And I'm picking up my phone and I'm saying, Dad, take that Facebook
post down
immediately.
You're being disrespectful.
You're not gonna assassinate my husband's character based on a hunch. That's not happening.
You the only one that came up
because there's aunts and uncles and all kinds of friends and family on there. Absolutely not. Take it down. Even if that's how you feel, take it down.
Clean it up.
Or you're getting blocked. That dad needs to have been blocked in all kinds of ways. But she had FOMO, wanted to be around her family, and allowed the nonsense, shenanigans, allowed the shenanigans to happen. And now it's 4 years later.
Insane.
Which is a crazy amount of time.
That's a long time.
You know how many holidays have passed in between that time?
It's a long time.
That this man can't be with his own kids or his wife?
No way.
Please get your life together.
They giving him the side chick Valentine.
Correct.
The second
Correct.
family
We celebrate
Christmas.
before and on the day of, I
Oh
will
my
see my family.
gosh.
Are y'all crazy?
Oh my gosh.
And she's okay with that. And then this is where it would have ended with me.
Oh, I would have been done with them
When
in-laws
he
when she
said-
said to the kids.
Your dad does bad things?
No, sir.
Dude,
Like,
you're
man, he
never
said,
seeing my
what?
You're never seeing my children
I
again.
am done.
You need to pull all the way back. And she was okay with that.
TKO. I'm done. I'm knocked
You're
out.
not telling my children that I do bad things.
No
I
way.
am their parent.
No way.
What are you doing, sir?
And the thing is, it almost felt like that felt like I was waiting.
Yeah, I don't.
It really felt like I don't like him, and I was waiting for the opportunity to go off because I don't like this guy anyway.
Well, the dad sounds like one of those macho men that can be the only man in there. That's just my story I made up about him.
Possibly.
Some men don't want another man in the house.
It just feels like, yo, it's a ridiculous. I want to know what the email was, because I'm like, oh, it's so nasty. Then just you got to ban somebody from your home.
It was factual, I'm sure. Was foul but factual.
That the kids are writing.
Somebody that knows this person, excuse me.
Yeah.
So anyways, the other thing I wanted
So
to say.
stupid. So stupid.
Him saying my kids won't be going back. So the whole thing comes out, right? That it's not him. Because he's 200 miles away.
With a phone call.
Dad doesn't call. Dad doesn't apologize. That's when she should have been. She could have been clouded by, my dad's an amazing person who took care of me my whole life, and everything's been great. He's been taking care of me, and he's given me money, and this lake house thing is so great. But when she realizes, okay, Dad, this 4 years I've been telling you it's not him. See?
It ain't him.
See? It's not him. What you gonna do about it, Dad? Oh man, I feel awful. You can't tell me you feel awful. You need to tell him. Call him up. And tell him, I'm FaceTiming right now, me and you.
Right.
You're going to have to do it, Dad.
Yep.
Because
Man
you were
up,
loud about it.
Super loud.
Okay? And then now, okay, maybe the Facebook thing won't happen because... it needs to happen because you said he didn't just say, I got to protect my family. It wasn't encrypted.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes people leave these cryptic messages like, oh my God, what happened with you? He literally said that he violated the family.
Yeah, he crossed the line.
But you didn't want to do okay, maybe not the Facebook thing because he's a proud man or whatever, but you're going to have to apologize to me. And we're all going to talk to the kids and we're going to sit around and we're going to say,
I messed up.
Grandpa was wrong.
That's right.
And when he said that your dad does bad things, he made a huge mistake. That did not happen. I want you guys to erase that. Your father's a good man. You need to restore that. You should have done that. You should have restored that immediately before all of this happened. But immediately when that thing happened. So knowing, and then for her to come and be like, you were abused and used for 4 years and left out in the dark. Let's just pretend that didn't happen and go.
No way.
Ma'am.
No way.
I have not been with my family for 4 years of.
But I've been with mine.
I know, but I'm just saying. I haven't been with my family that I create. You leave and cleave.
Yep.
So the family that you make here is your family. First now. Yes, you've had these bonds with these people for years, but this is your new family that you have to protect. This is your chosen family.
100%.
So for you to not make that choice and then now not even come to his rescue and make him feel bad, and now you want to be at home and you're the victim.
Way.
So I don't even get to be right. So this thing that I have been vindicated now, now I have to take care of you and worry about you because you can't woman up and be a woman enough to say, you know what? My dad was wrong, and if you decide we don't want to go there, that's the sacrifice I'm going to have to make because this was wrong. And if until he decides, he gets to see how serious we are, until he decides to apologize, we're going to stick to our guns. We with ourselves or go to the family. But no, you want me to watch you suffer and guilt me into going to this thing.
Bad guilt. You make
and
a valid
swallowing
point.
This. I got to swallow this. I had to swallow the 4 years. Not act up, because I would have acted up each time. I was like, so you really gonna go? You go in. All right. The marriage wouldn't have worked for me. We would have had to have some major counseling.
Because him saying you chose them.
That's a major thing.
Super valid.
Major thing.
Super valid point. 100% agree with the.
And his family has to know.
Oh,
because they're gonna be like, "What you do? What you
why are
doing
you
here
here
every-"
without the kids?
Yeah, and why are you here every holiday without?
Bruh.
That's
But what
foul.
I would have went is been like, so y'all coming to my family's house now, right?
He should have stopped the kids from going, instead of doing it after the fact, and saying, "Well, I gotta protect my family." And da-da. When he heard the bad things, that's when you cut that off.
Absolutely. Yeah, that
You don't do it till
there.
after the fact. He did it like a petty thing,
Yeah,
to retaliate, but he should have done it then.
there.
And her crying and stuff, she's immature. Because now he's like, I hate to see her going through all of this. That's immature, man. That's you're not getting your way. It's not that you're sad about it. It's a fit that you're throwing because you did.
So?
Yes, she's not getting her way because what she wants is for him to pretend it didn't happen and come with me.
That's not happening.
That's why she's sick
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
not
That's
happening.
why she's trying to. But look at the man. He's ready to say, "Well, on another note, my wife is sick and losing weight." That's bull.
Yeah.
That is an immature. You would rather do this and make yourself suffer in front of him so he could be guilted into going.
Right.
Then talk to your father and have a boundary. Uphold a boundary, a legitimate boundary. You just want me to just slip into the trauma with you and act like nothing happened. Swallow it. Why? Ma'am? No.
Valid.
Highly unhealthy. He has nothing to apologize for. The father owes him an apology. And so does she. She owes him an apology. And cut the nonsense, lady.
For not backing him up.
We just all want to move forward. Well, I would love to move forward with you, but I'm stuck here because that's where you have to come pick me up where you left me. I'm stuck here in this hole that you buried. You buried a deep well, and you put me down there, and you want to be like, "Come on up, it's all right now." Well, you have to throw the ladder or the rope. The rope is the apology, and then I can see if I can make my way up. But without that, I'm in this hole. This is where I'm stuck. Come get me. You're the one who put me here.
I think it's going to have to take some action on her father's part at the minimum to clean this up. No, it's her.
Now, at this stage where everything is at, she needs to...
I'm talking about before going back over there like that. The dad need to say something.
I know, but it won't happen. So she needs to get herself together and realize...
You're saying that the dad is just never going to apologize.
I don't know if he will, but she needs to be the facilitator of that. Because if the dad keeps getting what he wants, he gets his daughter and he gets his grandkids.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about this person, clearly.
No, not at all.
So now he feels bad and he's saying, bring him back.
And he should.
Bring him back. I don't know how bad he feels because she's saying they feel bad. I don't know if he feels bad or not.
Might not.
But if he feels bad, then he needs to apologize.
Right.
She sees that they just want to move on. She's saying it quietly. She knows that's not happening. She needs to be the facilitator of that. She needs to say, "Dad, I love you. I love this family.
But you were wrong,
and
buddy.
The reason why we won't be coming back here until you apologize, all of us will not be coming." That's the only way the dad will say, "Okay, fine." And it might be "Listen, I'm sorry." And maybe that's what you're going to have to accept. That's the apology.
Yeah.
But other than that, she wants him to join in the BS and act like it didn't happen.
No.
And I love that he has that.
And I think that
non-negotiable.
I think that it would have been easier to kind of maybe do the hey, we're gonna move past had it been one holiday.
No, it's 4 years.
4 years is insane.
That's
bro.
a major. He banned him from the. Listen to what happened.
That's insane.
He banned him from the house. He could never come back there. He's not allowed there at all. He posted it on Facebook and talked about that he violated his family.
Crazy.
Those are major things.
Yeah.
So I would have a major problem with everything's cool now, buddy. Hey. No.
Yeah, I don't
come with the same. You want a hot and get on hot like a hot head. Come back and say I was wrong.
This is what doesn't make sense to me. Why would he think? First of all, it's lame. But why would he possibly think that his daughter's husband would just send her an email at the house talking crazy to his daughter about his daughter while remaining married to her?
It's not his daughter, it's the sister.
I missed something.
It wasn't about his wife. It wasn't about, he wasn't writing a thing. It was about his the cousin.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wrote that. I'm missing all types of stuff today.
My wife's cousin got a very foul email.
The wife's cousin got an email.
Yeah. So it's irrelevant who
It's
the person
stupid,
is.
but the whole thing is stupid.
The point is, it's very large. So they're obviously very. So the dad is in IT, so he does well for himself and everything. But my thing
Lake
is,
house.
he is the you know, like sometimes there's a person in the family that's like patriarch, but like ultimate patriarch. It seems like, so you don't cross him, and he's gonna lose it if you violate, you know. So, but he needs to come down from that and say,
it feels like he's been waiting.
But even if he's been waiting for that,
it's insane.
She chose this man. You're gonna have to respect our relationship, Dad.
Yeah.
And if you don't,
yeah,
this ship is gonna go without you.
Yeah. Her backbone wasn't there.
This is on her to fix.
Yeah. So
they need to go to counseling.
After
he needs
this,
to feel
for sure.
chosen from her.
Yeah.
She needs to stand up for him. She didn't stand up for him when the accusation was there. Nope. She didn't stand up for him when she was taking her kids away from him and her leaving him, abandoning him during holiday seasons. They created something new. Well, let's just get together on the week. So why was there never option to stay together at their own house?
Very good questions.
Sometimes every
questions
single one
that need to be answered.
I'm gonna leave you. Okay, bye. Enjoy yourself. No
way.
No, I don't like the wife.
I agree.
The wife is my least favorite person in this. That is also terrible.
So what's his advice? He's asking for advice.
Get some counseling with the wife so that she understands how she also violated you. She violated your trust and she didn't stand up for you. Like how you talk about protect your spouse, it's about making sure that person feels that you've got their back always. You could come in private and be like, did you write that?
Right.
Are you crazy?
Right.
Did you really write that? In private and be like, are you crazy? No, I would never do something. That's what the man said. But together,
we're really going off of this is an Android. Like nobody else in this house has an Android. Let's check everybody's phone.
Nobody has an Android. That's fine, but there are other ways to do things.
He said that it was,
and he's the only one with an Android. But I'm saying that's a guess. You know how much technology is out there to make things look like different things.
I don't know, but yeah.
But anyways, top comment. Hold on.
The apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect.
I think confrontation is inevitable. It's 100% unacceptable that your wife has been letting her dad bad talk you to your own kids. That's flagrantly wrong. I suppose your wife has a history of being steamrolled by him and is afraid of what he'll do if she stands up to him. But that doesn't matter anymore. She's got to be a big girl. This is the person that's saying what I said. She's got to be a big girl and deal with her dad. Mm-hmm. I can't believe she even kept seeing them after the Facebook post designed to embarrass and humiliate you. Mm-hmm. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. You should make your own post one way or another. I wouldn't do that. Mm-mm. I can understand why you're not seething with anger. I can understand why you're not seething with anger. This nonsense has to stop. I don't know. Maybe she said
I can't understand why you're not seething with anger.
Okay, gotcha.
He's saying he should be more angry than what he is.
So she claims his response to that. She claims she never heard him say that. My son repeated it to me. My wife said my father-in-law doesn't speak about me. I don't think my son made that up.
You know, she seemed like she chose somebody kind of opposite her father because he seems very level-headed.
Maybe that's why she chose him. And then he says, this is like 5% of our relationship, which I think is a lie because he says I've always felt like that. But like maybe they get along in every other way because of that. Yeah. Not like the dad, he doesn't steamroll her. Yeah. But she doesn't. She has to deal with it. That's why I'm saying therapy. They need couples therapy and she needs therapy. And he probably does too.
After all of this.
She needs some work to realize the major... She blew up her relationship, and still doing so, trying to guilt him into submitting to this request that is insane. we're not doing it. I'm not getting traumatized with you all over again going into that house until we clear the air.
Yeah.
All right, that was long, but I think that was a good one. Ready for the next one?
Sure. Round 2.
Am I the a-hole subreddit?
Oh, we love those.
Am I the a-hole for not honoring my wife's dying wish?
Oh man, that's heavy, John Wick. Go ahead.
Posting from a throwaway account. 6 years ago, my wife passed away after a short illness. The day she passed away, it seemed as though she may pull through. She said to me, "If I die, you're not allowed to date." I laughed and I promised I wouldn't. Both of my daughters were there when she said it. That night, things went horribly downhill, and she was gone by noon the next day.
That's crazy.
I've spent the last 6 years raising my girls and finally sent my youngest off to college in August. I've been involved in a few support groups for people who have lost spouses for the last few years, and earlier this year, I really connected with a woman who lost her husband around the same time. I wasn't looking for a relationship, but we've been on a few dates, and I've been trying to keep it concealed, at least in the meantime. We ended up going to a restaurant, and our server was one of my older daughter's friends from high school. She must have called or texted my daughter, because last night my daughter called to scream at me and basically told me I was cheating on her mother.
Lord Jesus.
And I had no right to dishonor her request of me. I'm pretty furious she called me like that, and I had to hang up and told her I'd call her in the morning when I've had some time to reflect. Now, all I can think of is how horrible I am for this. I am 45 years old and I need companionship, but I don't want my daughter to think I'm spitting on their mother's grave. My wife's sister also texted me to tell me that my wife's request was unreasonable and unfair,
right,
and that her family is not going to judge me if I move on, and she would talk to my daughter about it. I don't want to ruin my relationship with my kids over this, but I am so damn torn. Am I the a-hole for not honoring her requests?
I think it was a professor when I was in college who said something to the effect of how life insurance companies work, where they low-key and the roundabout way bet on the wife to live longer than the husband. Because, excuse me, I can't remember which way it is.
The wife lives longer than the
husband.
husband.
Wife typically lives longer than the husband, but if the wife dies, the husband typically dies right after.
Because she's the one taking care of everything.
And that's like statistically, that's kind of how it is. You know, that men don't live too much. Unless he gets a
companion right after.
They need, we need to keep doing something. Men that, that's how a lot of us are built. Saw a post, I forgot who was talking. I think it was, what's the girl's name? She's Candace on Best Man. Gosh, what is her name?
The Best Man movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one? Which character?
Regina.
Okay. Oh, Regina Hall.
Yeah, Regina Hall was sitting there talking.
You said Candace Owen, so I was
No,
like...
I said she was Candace on...
Oh, I thought you said Owen, and I was like,
Candace
what is
Owen,
happening?
no.
Yeah.
She was on that movie, and somebody was interviewing her, and she said something about how, in order for... She said she's like 80%, I don't know where she's getting her numbers from. She's like 80% of successful men are married. And they get their whole situation. You ask them who their best friend is. A lot of men are going to say their wife. And he said women don't operate the same way because they have an actual best friend where it's not necessarily connected directly to their husband. Most of the time, it's like you ask them who their best friend is, they're going to say whatever, insert female name. And it's just kind of like it's just another study. If what she said was real, it's kind of like these type of situations show our attachment once we get married. Like this becomes a part of our identity. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I have to do these things, and once there's nothing else to necessarily care for in that capacity, it's kind of like it's almost like Freud, you know what I'm saying? He's just like, okay, this whole thing, I'm getting money to attract women. I'm building a house to attract women. I'm getting this nice car to attract women. Okay, now I got my woman, I'm doing a family. Now I'm taking care of my wife, I'm taking care of my kid. Like the whole thing is purpose driven behind getting the woman and building a family unit, and then creating a legacy and moving on from there. And then once that's broken to the point where it's kind of like, all right, I ain't worried about creating a legacy. I got one. I have nobody else to care for. I don't really have anything else to do. I'm not okay. So then they just go home, you know, not to be morbid, but that's kind of like the thought process behind it. And it's like, yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to tell somebody you don't get to continue living life. You have to stop here because we said you're done. So your kids are grown and gone, and your wife is now deceased. So you just gotta go into autopilot mode for the rest of your life and never get the opportunity to date or feel companionship or love again in that capacity because somebody else who you didn't think was going to die has passed away. That's heavy, man. And I feel like it's a little unfair to him, a lot unfair to him, to try to hold him. And they're making the daughters are young and they're making emotional decisions to treat their father that way. But
they are 18 at least.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's emotional. It's not logical at all to think about. And that's the part that's tough. Is like you have to think about how that, instead of being selfish to yourself and, oh, my mom, I miss my mom, it's my mom, you'd be disrespectful to mom. Think about your dad. You don't care about him at all.
The quality of his life. The
quality of his life is going down. Mm-hmm. And he's trying to go to therapy and stuff like that to work through it. And you, whoo.
But the thing about it is that this needed to have been a conversation
early
prior to.
Listen, I know what I said.
No. No. I'm saying 6 years.
It's a long time.
I think that's a good amount of time to try and get some healing, focus on the children. They're now grown, technically adults.
Yeah.
Unless they're like fast track and gone at 17.
Right. But, still.
You know, at 18 years old, I think you would think, and I know it still sucks all the way around.
Yeah. Your
mom is gone, and that's never going to be something you ever
Nobody can replace
really heal from. 100%. You move forward as best as you can, but I think you should want your dad happy. You should want to see your dad happy in a way that, and you should know that this person is not a replacement for your mother. Like they can never replace your mom. And I don't think he would even look at that. The thing is, if your mom were alive, he would be with her.
Right.
But she's not.
What kind of behavior is this? But it's brought to sit back here and message your. Oh, she didn't message. God.
She called screaming.
And I'm talking about the waitress.
Oh, girl, I saw your dad.
Oh my God,
that's kind of fine. I totally get that. Ooh, guess who I saw today, girl? I saw your dad on a date.
You're out on a date?
Excuse me? I didn't even know. And the thing is, maybe he's so super dad, and so like never talked about another woman, so this is strange for her.
It's crazy.
But she needs to call screaming at her friend and say, I can't believe my dad's going out with her. Oh, it's disgusting. It's like,
you gotta honoring my mom.
And then her
father,
friend would have to be like, girl, what are you talking about? He is 45 years old. He's still got life to live. And I know 45 probably feels really old to an 18-year-old, but
where's the reason?
Companionship is so important.
Very much so.
And yes, to me, 6 years is a decent amount of time for him to have grieved and tried to move forward. And he's done.
He's doing the work.
Like he's doing the work.
Yeah.
And he's been through it with somebody who understands. You know, like a lot of times people will be like, if the wife wouldn't die, I wonder if they would be with me. The answer is always no. If this person
Yeah, because they would have still been together. What you mean?
Stop asking that question. If the person loved their person, they would have still been together. Right. Okay?
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't be with you. But that's not the case.
Not the
so
point.
You don't have to question that. It's like a stupid question that people ask.
It is.
But he's going with a person who's been through it with him, so he doesn't have to be... The person doesn't... Because the person is always... What ends up happening with widows, from what I understand, is that the person is always... The partner is jealous of a ghost. Because when people die, you think of the best things about them.
Right.
The person was so wonderful, so great. Well, she sounds like I could never live up to her.
Right.
So it creates a problem. But they're both been through that. So you can both honor the people that you were with before and create something new.
Right. I think the only scary thing, only scary thing in that situation would be trauma bonding.
Yes.
Like that would be a little bit scary. They have to make sure that they're safe there, because the other side of it is, they just went out
on a date, one date.
It's not like they're in a relationship and he's been, I'm going on a work trip and you saw them in a hotel somewhere. Like,
but I think it's important to talk to the daughters, and at some point
they gotta come to grips with it.
Hey, I'm gonna go back
45?
on the dating scene. But they're 18. I'm gonna go back on the dating scene. I want you to know that I still love and respect your mom. Will always honor her.
He got a lot of life left, man.
That's right.
He has a whole lot of life left at 45.
And the thing is, they're away at college now. Their lives are going to go in a different direction. Like, he doesn't need to father them as much.
Right.
Yes, of course he needs to father them, but in the way that he needed to before. Like, I gotta take you here, do this, make sure you're doing this. You're going off to college. You're on your own over there.
He gonna be by himself in that house, and that's when
empty house.
And that's when the men start going down.
Yeah, that's when the depression starts to set in and stuff. So he needs to have a full life too. He can have a whole very good life after this with someone new, and I think the people deserve that. So he just needs to have a conversation.
We're gonna go back to my saying, protect your spouse. And I'm gonna say this, rest in peace to that young lady, but people don't ever say that to anybody on your deathbed.
She was joking because she thought
but
it wasn't her deathbed. In her mind, it wasn't her deathbed. She looked like everything was going to be fine, and then something happened.
I'm not doing that.
No one's doing that.
I'm not doing it, deathbed or not. I'm like, listen, I understand.
You're not having that conversation at all.
I'm just saying,
unless you
like,
know for sure it's your deathbed.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, mentally, I understand what it's like. I'm not going to ever even think about, okay, I'm gonna make this promise to me, Stacey. That's no.
It's like the Key and Peele.
Right. That would never. Don't even ask that. Go ahead.
Wow, thank you for all the comments. I want to clear up that when she said it, I did take it as a joke, and I think she was joking as well. The issue, as pointed out by a few, is that my kids were present and took it seriously. They were 14 and 12 at the time.
Oh my God.
She had been hospitalized with severe pneumonia and had been on oxygen for 2 days.
Oh my goodness.
All signs were pointing to a full recovery, and it was during this time she made the statement. None of us expected her to go downhill so quickly overnight.
That's crazy
Update.
work.
It's very sad, right? I called my daughter this morning and asked her if I can come to her campus for breakfast with her. She goes to school an hour away, so it isn't a bad drive. Mm-hmm. Apparently, my sister-in-law did talk to her last night and told her she was being irrational and unfair and that I deserved to be happy. My younger daughter, who goes to school several hours away, also told my daughter it wasn't a big deal. Oh, this is the older one.
The older one flipping out.
And told my older daughter it isn't a big deal, that I'm allowed to live my life. We had breakfast and walked around her campus for a few hours. We talked about her mom and how much we all love her and miss her. We had some laughs and cries, and I told her I would never try to replace her mother, and anyone I date would have to get along with my girls. Mm-hmm. She's still upset, which I acknowledge, but she agrees it's unreasonable to expect me to go to the rest of my life alone. Mm-hmm. She apologized for her reaction and genuinely felt bad that she acted that way. I suggested we go to therapy together to work some of this out, but she's really busy at school, so we wouldn't be able to until winter break. I feel like I left her with an understanding and really hope she won't hold this against me. I was not even looking for a relationship, especially at a support group. We met in March, went on our first date in July.
And now we're married.
And I have only been on 3 more since. We have not even been intimate, so I'm not exactly sure where it's going. I appreciate all the responses and advice from everyone.
You know what?
He handled it well. He seems like a good guy.
Very much so. Very much so.
He could have been like, you don't talk to me like that, I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
They only went out 3 times, though, since, 6 months passed?
No. They met in March, went out in July, and it's only been 3 dates since then.
July. So this is a recent post like today.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like one day
ago. Sometimes they be...
Yeah.
July and September, I guess. Okay, once a month. Okay.
We're taking it slow.
As long as they still communicating, that's fine. Anyway, don't do that. People need love. Positive touches. You need hugs. You got to be hugged.
Community.
You got to be hugged. Especially in a non-sexual way. You need to be hugged. People got to be touched in a safe way consistently. And then after that, you can, whatever. Him bringing up not being intimate, that doesn't matter. They can be asexual if they want to for the rest of their days. Thing is, you need companionship.
Friendship.
You need friendship. You need all of that. Now, the other part is the icing on the cake. But, okay, go ahead. Next story.
All right. Am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole for not reminding my ex-husband about our daughter's graduation?
Not reminding the ex-husband? Oh, that was... Okay, go ahead.
A bit of backstory. My ex, 43, and I, 43, have been separated for years.
Okay.
We both went through rocky periods with substance abuse. I got clean, and he continued to use off and on. He continued to use off and on, choose toxic partners, and not help with our 3 girls.
3.
Not help at all with our 3 girls. Now are 20, 19, and 16. Previously, we alternated whose house the girls lived at according to their wishes, and the other parent had weekends and vacations. A couple of years ago, my daughter no longer wanted to stay with dad. I tried to encourage our relationship, but it was very much me and the girls reaching out and me doing almost all the driving back and forth to almost an hour to where he moved. My middle daughter, 19, went and tried to stay one more time with him 3 years ago. She became his babysitter for his other child, cooked, cleaned, became a house cleaner, and verbal punching bag.
No way.
She had a mental breakdown, and I took her home to me. Got her counseling and listened to all she had to share with me. Loved her and wiped all the tears. My girls finally communicated the mental and emotional abuse they endured and didn't share for fear of him getting angry. I put myself in the middle and put a stop to any of that. I let him know any of that and would have legal ramifications. And validated all of their emotions. It was heavy for them, but a heaviness I would gladly carry. In 2023, our oldest graduated high school. I continued to pay for everything. Clothes, pictures, hair, senior events, all the graduation expenses as well, with no help. I kept communicating with him and reminding him when things were. He showed up. Fast forward to 2024. I've now paid $14,000 for braces. He stated he would help pay for the girls and began the senior adventure with middle daughter. Ex stopped responding when asked for any help, so I put him out of my mind.
Lord.
I took time off work, ran hair there and everywhere, and did everything I could to make senior year special. Same as the oldest. She doesn't use punctuations all the time, so including trips with the university she's attending. So many scholarship applications, financial aid, and buying her everything she needed for college. But she writes pretty good for the most part. Anyways, I stopped messaging ex and left it to my middle daughter to communicate with him if she felt the need. It was her decision. She said she'd wait to see if he reached out, as well as we all know June is graduation time. He never did.
Lord.
Fast forward to the day we're getting ready to go, and he calls me all mad that I didn't reach out to him to tell him.
How you find out?
I got called an a-hole for not including him and reminding him communication works both ways. He said. I don't feel like I'm the a-hole. Right. But what do you all think?
Whew. All right. I'm gonna need him to have a nice day.
Yeah, get out of here, buddy.
I'm gonna need him to have a nice day, because if you can't respond to when I'm asking you stuff,
He don't want to help.
you don't want to help. You can't respond when I'm asking you for your help. You can't respond when I'm talking to you about anything concerning these girls, and now you want to show up at the end and pop up like you the long
Be at the
time
graduation like you've been doing something.
supportive dad who's been in their life all this time after you done abused. It might be even traumatic to see this man at her graduation.
Right.
I don't see nothing to do with him. Remind is a strong thing. Like we talked about this. You talked about this in the past, and him just being so not present till he ain't even around or in this person's life, and there's nothing stopping him from being a part of life. It's one thing to be like, I cut him off, I changed my number, we moved so he couldn't talk to them because I didn't want him to be, because he was abused. It's one thing to be like that. It's another thing to be trying to have active communication with this man, and it's one-sided, and he is not actively trying to be a part of their life in any capacity until it's convenient for him. Nah, bro, have a nice day.
Yep.
I hate saying that, because kind of like, people only graduate once. It's a major milestone. However, it's like, I gave you a chance. I'm giving you a chance constantly, and you're shutting me out. You don't want to be a part of this. So why? It's almost like if I was working on a project and you want to show up on not presentation day, after I presented, when they telling me that we winning.
Right.
To come on stage with me and be like, yeah, we did it. Ain't no we.
I always knew you got it.
I always believed in you. Ain't no we. We was finished when you decided you ain't want to be there for me back then. Like, you ain't been here this whole time. No.
No, he's a deadbeat dad.
I can't call him a-hole.
Not just a deadbeat dad. I mean, I don't know if there's a distinction between deadbeat dad and deadbeat people. Because I couldn't imagine this person being an amazing person and a deadbeat dad.
So he's picking toxic relationships and actively doing drugs.
But I'm just saying, like, do you think a person could be an amazing person and then but be a deadbeat dad?
You can't compartmentalize
they're mutually exclusive.
Yeah, you can't compartmentalize people's personality like that. Like, you're either gonna be one way or the other. If I'm good, then on one side, I mean, one of the two is fake.
Right.
Either your anger is fake or your niceness is fake, and typically it's the niceness.
And by deadbeat, I think people mean like making promises, mistreating, missing the dates, not being there. And he was verbally abusive and stuff like that.
On top of it.
She owes him nothing. To me, she was being very reasonable, letting the kids choose, which I would not. If I knew he used, my kids would not be there. So I don't know what you were doing. Talk about let the girls choose whether they wanted to live. That
gets people abused.
Yeah. What are you doing? She's 16 and she wanted to make that choice. You know that he's on drugs. Their children cannot be there. So that's that. You also know that he's abusive. No. So it's kind of like, what did you think was going to happen with this girl moving over there? But if the kids are hard-headed and they need to see on their own, then maybe that's what it is.
That's tough.
That's a hard decision to make, but I don't know why she would make that decision. I would never for my kid, but him expecting her to and calling up being mad, you're a fool. Don't call my phone again. This is ridiculous. She's your daughter.
Yeah.
I'm not your secretary.
Yeah.
I'm not your I'm not obligated to tell you anything. You need to pick up the phone and find out. This child is not 3 years old.
They're old enough.
She's not 3 to 5 years old.
Find the information
I'm the one making the decisions, and I'm the one making an appointment. Like, I made an appointment. I'll have to tell you, like, hey, this was going on. This is her thing. This child is 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. Like, what are we doing?
You got basically 3 grown kids now.
You got to pick up the phone and talk to the kids. They're at the age where we don't even ever have to communicate.
Exactly.
Ever.
That's what I was just about to say. Like, you don't even have to deal with the mom.
They're at the age where they all have their own phones, their own lives. Pick up the phone and talk to your kids.
Call them.
So, no, you're not the a-hole at all.
Not at all.
The only time I would think that there were some questionable decisions is when you let them go to their dads to live.
Yeah. Like I said,
visitation is one thing versus living. I'm not letting my child live in that environment.
It would have been completely different if it would have been you can't see your kids if you're not going to be with me type situation. You know how some people do stuff like that? If this would have been that type situation, like, I'm not going to let you see your kids, then I could see, okay, you should have told a man,
Yeah, but the thing is, he knows. He didn't even have to call the kids. There's certain things you will find if you live it. Well, he doesn't live it. He lives an hour away. But like, graduation is in June, like they said. So even if he didn't know the
you gotta start
date,
calling around May to try to figure that out
and say, "Hey, when did you graduate? It's June 1st." And you realize, "Oh shoot, it's June."
Put it on my calendar.
This one's supposed to graduate, but you don't even know if she's graduating. You don't even know if this is the year that she's graduating. Nope. That's how not around you are, and you've given $0
right
for 3
children.
Pop
up with his free ticket.
No. Peace out, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And she doesn't even need to talk to him.
No,
I wouldn't even respond to that.
Yeah.
Top comment. Yep, you're gonna say something.
Go ahead.
Not the a-hole. Sounds like he's very much the do absolute bare minimum to give the kids hope sort of deadbeat dad. You gave the power and the choice to your daughter, spoke about it with her, and she decided he could show up if he cared to. Speaking as somebody who has family that I'll never talk to again if I don't take the initiative, some of us would rather lose that relationship. Oh, Lord, I just lost the thing. Some of us would rather lose that relationship than be a distant second. Yeah.
That was wild.
The important thing is to let it be your daughter's choice and to communicate to your ex that it's up to him to do the heavy lifting from here on out. You don't have to justify it, defend it, or explain it. Whether it's fair or not doesn't matter. Because you've got the power. Yeah. You can just say that this is how things are. Tell him you allow him access to all the information he needs to be there for his kids. But it's his job to actually be there if he wants to. There's no problem with allowing access to anything. They're not kids.
Right.
These are women.
Grown.
20, 19, and 16. The 16-year-old is the only child there.
No, I thought the last one was about to graduate.
No, the middle one. The middle one is graduating. The last one graduated. I thought
it was older. I understood. Yeah, so I'm gonna need him to have a nice day, figure out his life, but this is why you got to be careful on the front end with your selection of who you having kids with. Laying down with people of poor character because they're sexy is a mistake.
Yep.
It's a mistake. You need to make sure you vet. Let me just stop there. Vet everybody who you decide to lay down with, because having children with someone is a serious commitment.
Just the soul ties, from being with the person is energetically, like, spiritually,
you are not the same.
like,
you're not the same. Yeah. That being said, I need you to be different too.
Me?
You
need me?
Yes, that part for sure. I need you to be different too. I need you to do something that you didn't do on the last video.
Look at it.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at the last video.
Subscribe.
Comment on it. Subscribe to the video. What's the video? To the channel. But just say something.
Yeah, the engagement helps.
It does.
With viewership and building community.
It does.
We want to build a community with you guys. We want to know if the stuff that we say is helpful, if you agree with what we say. Sometimes users might say something that they're like, what the heck is he saying?
Whoa, I'm the only one who says something that people say on unks in the building.
Well, I'm an auntie.
Unk
I
is apostrophe S.
Yeah.
I'm in the
is
building.
in the building. This is not about Auntie. This is Unk's show.
But you saying
Auntie helps out.
You do. You help out quite tremendously. Yeah, I agree with that statement. I want you all to help me by liking, comment, sharing, and subscribing. We appreciate it. I want to say thanks and goodbye.
Bye. Have a good night. Good day.
Good evening.
Morning.
Good afternoon.
Bye.